Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Yes, good morning and welcome back to the Kop TV episode 23 of Hot Kopics. Hot Kopics.
23.
Good maths, good foreign languages as well.
You know that.
Of course, myself, GT, back with JR, Mr. James Redmond. It's a pleasure as always, bro. How are you?
Sir, multilingual James Redmond, may that be. No, mate, I'm
Good.
pushy. Cannot lie to you, obviously. Another victory, which is always good. Manchester United not doing us a favour. Shock surprise. And, League Cup champions. I'm gonna probably say that every single episode because guess what? It might only be the League Cup, but no matter who you support, you wish you would have won it. So I'm made up, lads. It's been good times.
100%. We're going to speak about the
boss
Carabao
being
Cup.
boss. It's boss being boss.
That's it. We're going to speak about the Carabao Cup. Luis Diaz, how well he settled into Liverpool. Going to preview the Inter Milan game for tomorrow night and also look a little bit ahead to see how this season could end up shaping the future of Liverpool because it could be unbelievable. Just before we get started, though, we got to our sponsors on this one, Monterrain. James has got all the Monterrain bits as well. He's just waiting to pick them up. So I know he's wearing a rival brand there, but we won't mention them. But guys, you've seen me outside Anfield in the Monterrain puffer. We've got the gloves there as well. So if you use the link in the description of this video, I know Scousers are absolutely loving Monterrain at the minute. Obviously, I've got the green quarter zip there. 10% off for you guys. Only for you guys. Link in the description. Get involved. Honestly, one of the most comfy, practical brands you can find. Tops, bottoms, gloves, puffers, the lot, and it will keep you warm on a match day. Trust me, I can vouch for them on that one. So yeah, big up to Monterrey for getting involved with the Kop TV. And I'm sure we'll see James in the Garms as well very soon. But let's get into this.
Whoa. Actually, now that you've just mentioned it, do you know what? I just put on the wrong top. Wait there a second.
There we go. Did you have that anyway?
Let's get this on nice and warm. Get the proper stuff. That's what we like to see right there. The boys and girls looking nice and sharp. Goes over big jumpers. Nice and flexible for the bigger boys and the skinnier boys. So, get on them, man.
Did you have that just now, or is that?
Nah, it's in me thing. Nah, it's not from. It's not from the thing, yo. I had that already. Come on, man. You don't need to sponsor us for me to get the clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what I mean, though. It's obviously working. If there's Scouse lads like yourself buying Monterrey anyway,
it's not iron. It's not necessarily irons at the moment, but it's still very comfy, looking sharp. So cannot complain.
Go. Yeah, man. The Monterrey bits looking
the little hand wraps.
Well. Love that. Might as well show you that bad boy. And I've got James here waiting for him when he comes round. But yeah, man. The Kop 5 t-shirts out on sale this week. Finally,
get on them, man.
Trust me. So big up Monterrey and also the Kop TV's merch coming this week. Kop Talk TV locked in. Hello, lads. Big up Bailey. Big up Alex and James. And the merch is looking fire, boys. Yes, it is indeed. And if you are with us right now, remember, smash the likes and the comments. We've got James on board, so please get involved.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Right. First question for you, James. How good is Luis Diaz?
How good is Luis Diaz? I don't know even how you answer that question in words. I feel like I've used every adjective, superlative, fucking any other word that involves the English language that is in a positive tone towards that man right there. And I think everyone else has. I think everyone else has realised his brilliance since he came into the club. I think they've realised what he brings to the team. I think they've realised he's something different to what we've already got. And to be honest, Alex, I feel like it just proves fans like me and yourself right because, and I'm not just saying me and you specifically, I'm talking about a big bunch of Liverpool fans who was banging on about getting someone in, getting another addition, not just, even it started last season with the centre-backs, and if you got a Kanate a little bit earlier, then already you're setting yourself in good stead. But then you realise you go into this season, and if you had Luis Diaz for the first 6 months, it does go to show, like, what position could we be in? Could we be 3 points clear of City opposed to being 3 points behind? It's all these factors and variables that just kind of makes you set in stone. Could have we done it sooner? Yes, but he's finally here. He's arrived and he's doing a great job, mate. So Luis Diaz is someone who's really impressed me. Even I didn't think he was going to be performing this well since he's joined. You've got certain people calling him the best in the world. You've got other people saying that he's going to be the next Neymar and the next this, and he very well might be. But you know what? At the end of the day, Luis Diaz is someone who I have very high hopes for. The only thing that I will say wrong about his Liverpool tenure so far is his end product. Otherwise, I really will not have a go at him for anything else, because he looks like a threat all game, and that's what you want. And more importantly, he gets the fans off the seats.
Yeah, Glenn Boylan saying Luis Diaz is a baller, but he's such a fighter as well. He was everywhere on the pitch on Saturday.
He has a nice balance. He has a nice balance between not being too greedy, but he will try things himself. You know, there's certain players in the Premier League, like St. Maximin, for example. Obviously, he plays for Newcastle, and it's not like they're blessed with world-class players all over the pitch. So it's kind of not surprising. He wants to keep the ball for himself. But when you think of it from an aspect that Luis Diaz, he does pass the ball at the right times. He's not just trying one-on-ones and only, say he tries 5 one-on-ones. It's not like he's only winning 2 of them. He's winning at least 4 out of 5 of those one-on-ones. So when you look at it from that aspect, he really does have a healthy balance.
Yeah, I mean, the fighting aspect of his game is clear to see. He loves getting stuck into tackles. He loves nicking the ball off someone in a 50-50 to regain possession. He's not at all afraid to do the hard yards. And by the hard yards, I mean, for instance, at the weekend, I saw him tracking back to right back. I saw him tracking back to left back if it's needed. If we're on, a counter, or if we're being counter-attacked, he has no issues with running back as hard as he can and getting stuck in. So it's the attacking that we're obviously going to see. You mentioned there, James, he's only scored 1 goal so far. He's probably had loads of shots that, I mean, he's done everything apart from score more than 1 goal. He's done everything. However,
but that's the thing. Go on, sorry, you finish your point.
What was I going to say there now?
So look at me cutting in on Alex every 10 seconds. I just don't shut up.
No, what I was going to say was his end product is yet to be seen, but we know that's coming. Listen, you don't have 3 or 4 shots a game if you don't think you're going to score. I'm not even worried about that. He's going to be an out-and-out goal scorer for Liverpool. The thing that I'm so impressed with already is how would you describe what he did to Reece James in that final, where he ticks it over his head and carry it? Like, who even has the audacity to try them things? That was the word I was looking for. The audacity, not too selfish, fights, unbelievable strike on him. I'm yet to see a weak point in his game.
In terms of skill, there's not a winger in the league like him. There is ones like him, but I don't think there's anyone who's as persistent and as consistent as what Luis Diaz is in terms of his success rate when it comes to getting past players. But that's the only thing that, you said that you definitively believe that he's going to end up being a great goal scorer for Liverpool. I'm not saying I definitively believe that. I feel like there's a lot more to be seen. And it's also why, Luis Diaz is a very... the people who like eye tests, and apparently Mo Salah doesn't fit that eye test. Luis Diaz does fit that eye test. It's just, can he do it on a week-to-week basis? Because I said it from when he first joined, when he came on against Cardiff. I said, the thing that differentiates the world-class players and the good players is the ones who can do it on a week-to-week basis. So far, Luis Diaz has proven that. But at one point, the goals will need to translate as well, because if he's going to be our starting left winger, we're going to need to see them goals. That Mane was scored by Luis Diaz, or that Salah was scored by Luis Diaz. That's the pressure that will be built on him. But as of right now, for the first 7-8 games, very, very sound, mate, and you're not going to hear a complaint from me.
Yeah, a lot of Colombian viewers actually looked into the Kop TV to see us talking about Luis Diaz.
The boys.
We had Tammy already saying that she thinks that Luis Diaz would be the best player in the world. We've had a lad just at the weekend saying he's up there in terms of Mane shouts with what you said all them years ago. So people are excited.
If you look at our front three, Luis Diaz has slotted perfectly well in there. Mane back in the middle. I like Mane in the middle at the moment. I don't know about you, Alex, but I feel like it's top of the conversation. He's scoring goals. He's having a great impact in the all-round play. Mane doesn't look anywhere near finished as far as I'm concerned. And to be honest, that only bodes well for the fact that, besides the fact we need to give him a new contract, these are hopefully going to be our attackers for still the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, there was a comment that I'm trying to find here that says, here from Glenn Boylan, I'm loving Diaz on the left, but I love Mane down the middle, starting to score a lot more goals now. This is a good hot Kopic, I guess. Should Mane, or where is Mane's best position for Liverpool? Because you're never going to drop Salah in the big games. So up front, could you see? I mean, the goal that Luis Diaz did score for Liverpool against Norwich was very much a number 9 striker goal. You saw it. It was right down the middle of the pitch. He made that run in from the right to left. Where do you think, and I'm asking you as well, James, and the guys in the comments, let us know where you think we should play Mane and Diaz. And don't forget, Jota there, Firmino to come back. We have 7 goal scorers in our team now. And I saw a stat yesterday, James. How impressive is this? Salah, 26 goals for the season. Jota, 19 goals for the season. Mane, I think he's got 14 goals in all comps for the season. Firmino, 10. And then you go a little bit lower, and you've got Luis Diaz, who's just obviously scored 1, but then Minamino scored 9, and Origi has scored 5. So we've actually got 7 goal scorers.
So
7.
yeah, we've got.
When have we ever been in a better position than that?
We've got 7 goal scorers, and the one who isn't scoring goals is doing everything else. So. Boss.
So it's fine.
Amazing. Yeah, no, it's fine. And that's the thing. Luis Diaz, especially right now, he doesn't have to score goals. He just has to get involved and create things with the team. He's a creator, you know what I mean? He's not someone who's probably going to get Salah numbers or Mane numbers, but he's still going to go ahead. You still expect him to get about 10, 15 goals a season, bearing in mind from next season onwards. And then still doing what he does best in terms of the all-round creativity that he brings. We're in a perfect position, and I even said it, I don't know if I said it before the start. Now I said it at the start of the stream. It's boss being boss. It's the fact now we've actually got squad depth, and we need to appreciate it while we've got it, because there's no guarantee that we're going to have this squad depth next year. Best believe it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a few players go out. So we need to make the most out of it this season, man. That's by winning another trophy, 2 trophies. I don't care. Just compete on all fronts and give us a season to remember with this squad.
There was a great comment here as well that said something along the lines of. Let's have a look and see if I can find it. Basically, where is it?
It's like trying to find Wally in that.
Where's Wally? Yeah.
Where's Wally?
This is it. So Bailey says it here, and we are all led to believe that in the summer that's when we were supposed to buy Diaz. But I'm not going to say it's the fans' voice that have pushed this deal over the line, but the fact that other teams were sniffing around, Tottenham, West Ham. I guess Liverpool just thought, hang on, if all these other players and teams are trying to sniff around this kid, we need to jump in there now and buy him.
That's why I respect it.
That's what I mean. Do you think buying him in January as opposed to in the summer is going to do nothing but help us get this quadruple?
Yeah, I don't think it would have made a difference. Again, like, I think Luis Diaz joining in the summer could have been the difference of us being at the top now opposed to chasing a title race, you know what I mean? But
I'm talking about this coming. Because we were supposed to buy him in July 2022. We bought him in January 2022.
Yeah. So wait there, you're asking me for next season?
So we were supposed to buy him this summer coming. That was the kind of deal that we had. But we obviously jumped in there quickly.
The fact that we bought him
in January.
In that context, the fact that we bought him sooner is amazing, because it means that Liverpool are finally not just sitting on their ass. But I feel like the door's open perfectly for Luis Diaz. You know, Porto needed to sell him. Porto needed the money. We got him for cheaper than probably what we would have any other season of Luis Diaz. Spurs. You know, if we go in, we're obviously going to get the player. Everything fell into place. So there was an element of luck, but you still can't take away from FSG the fact that they still brought him in. We've got Carvalho to look forward to next season, even if he's there or not. It's another attacking option. It's someone that we can look forward to. Luis Diaz is one of those things. It's one of the most intriguing parts about Liverpool right now, because he's the future. For years and years and years, we've had, Mane's going to be finished soon. Salah's going to be done for me. Don't get me wrong, they're still scoring double-digit goals every single season, injuries or not. But the thing is, though, now we've got a future plan in place. We've got Harvey Elliott there. We've got Diogo Jota. Now you can bring in a Luis Diaz. That's a front three that I wouldn't mind seeing for the next 5 years. I don't know about you, Alex. But from what I've seen so far, Diogo Jota is one of the most, don't want to overhype him too much, but he's in terms of the way he finishes, a very Robbie Fowler type-esque player when you think about the fact he's so good on his left, his right, his head. Luis Diaz, he's the skillful, flary player. Harvey Elliott, very direct, but, very creative. These are all things to look forward to, and in my opinion, we are in good stead, and it doesn't matter when you bought Luis Diaz, it's just the fact you've got him over the line. But to be honest, now that you've put it in that way, it was good that we got him now, because in terms of the aspirations for... See, I don't think we're going to win the quadruple. I'm not going to try and go over the top. Not because we can't do it. No one's ever done it before. So we can't just sit there and say, the quadruple's ours, and we're definitely going to win it. it's not as concrete as that. But even if we go away and win a Premier League, just think about how great of an achievement that is in itself. We were fucking behind Chelsea at the start of the season, behind United at the start of the season when you looked at the squads. Everyone was saying we were going to finish fourth. They started new there. No one took into account really the fact that we had loads of injuries last season. But still, we were going to fall short on the league. Now we've actually given ourselves a fighting chance, and that's been since January. I'm not asked what anyone says.
So you're saying, and again, I've been like you actually in the fan cams, I've been saying, yes, people are getting excited about the quadruple, but I've said, listen, no one's ever done it before. So what makes you think that we can do it? And I think there has to be a bit of realism here, because
it's not realism. I think it's just banter. I think people saying the quadruple's banter, or it should be. You should never realistically expect your team to win every single trophy in the country. Like you just can't expect that. 3, yeah, that is good enough to win 3, defo. But even if it just wins 1 more, Alex, even if it's just the FA Cup, I'm not being funny or not, mate. We've not won the FA Cup or the League Cup as far as I'm concerned. Say if we finish second in a very close title race, done a really good run in the Champions League to the semis or the final, and we won 2 trophies that Jurgen Klopp has never won at the club. That's a very successful season. It's a great season.
No, listen, I'm excited. And I keep saying the next couple of months could just be stuff of dreams for Liverpool fans. But yeah, let us know in the comments. And I like James's answer there. Can we win the quadruple? Yes. Will we win it? That's the question I'm asking you guys. Will we win the quadruple? Let's have some good, interesting answers on this one. Right, let's talk about Inter Milan. Since we last played them, James, it's been looking good. They actually won 5-0 against Torino yesterday. Lautaro Martinez on the score sheet, Edin Dzeko on the score sheet. So they were looking good, yesterday at the San Siro. However, the last time they came to Anfield, they got rolled over. It was 2-0 back in 2008. I think you remember Stevie G and Dirk Kuyt scoring the goals. And
the boys.
We beat them away 2-0 not too long ago. A bit of a snatch and grab kind of game, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, I had my Inter Milan fan neighbour around to watch that game. And as soon as the second goal went in, he went, and then just left. So fair play to but how do you see this one going, man? Because, like I said, we've won 11 games on the bounce now. And surely this is the worst time to play Liverpool.
By the episodes, I'm trying to become less smug. I'm trying, because I can understand with how good Liverpool can be. I can understand why my face comes across that way. We're in a season where we've just won the League Cup, amazing. We're in a title race, amazing. And also we're beating teams like AC Milan at the San Siro, bringing on players like Max Voltman at the end of the games, and Inter Milan in the round of 16s, and just really big level. The champions of Spain, and we're just beating them like it's nothing. So even though the first game, as you mentioned, was not the most pleasant in terms of watching, we've had a few games like that recently. But let me take you back to the season that we won the league.
Go on.
A season where a lot of those games, and I don't know if you remember, Alex, but they weren't all 3-0s, 4-0s. There was a lot of 2-1s, there was a lot of 1-0s, and a lot of heart attacks, more importantly, is the point that I'm trying to get to there. This season, the reason why we might be the best defensively that we've ever been is because the amount of times, the velocity of times that we get people offside. That in itself, it's not luck no more. The first few times it happened, I was like, we got lucky there. It's not luck. We plan this in training. We do it week in, week out. And every single time, I'd love to know how many offsides we've given to other teams. Because I bet you it'd be substantially higher than any other team in the league this season.
Yeah, definitely.
And at the end of the day, when you look at teams like Inter Milan, did they have a good first game against us? Yes, but did they score? No. And did we score twice? Yes. Are we most likely going to score, a couple? I'm not trying to do what's the Barcelona manager who was like, they score 5, we can score 6. Of course, Inter Milan can still beat us, but I just don't see it happening. We've had a great defence. You've just mentioned their last 5 games. Our defence has been immense in the last 5 games. Clean sheet in 120 minutes against Chelsea because of a lot of offsides. Norwich, when we played them, difficult game, but we got over the line. Burnley, very similar trait. We have people thinking games are close. Even the reporter said to Fabinho in the Burnley game, they had a few chances. Yeah. Fabinho was there never had a few chances. They were all offside. What are you on about? He had a few chances, but that's the style of play that we do. We're so difficult, we're so unpredictable, and more importantly, we're very versatile. We're very versatile in what we do. If we want to start Luis Diaz in the middle, boss. If we want to go with Diogo Jota, amazing. Mane in the middle. Midfield, if you want to rotate that, bring on Harvey Elliott once if you want. Back 4. you want to go with the giraffe or do you want to go with the chesty beast in Kanate? Who do you want? Flip of a coin. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic, and Inter Milan should fear us. The 2-0 down. I think it's very unlikely to get back into the game. They might, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, and there's no away goals, which definitely would have helped us in that first leg, because if we'd have scored 1 at home, they would have needed 4. But it is what it is.
Who gives a fuck?
Everyone is loving seeing James back on the channel. Red Mondo.
My brothers.
Mark Simons. Big up James Redmond and Alex, says Channing. And it is Anfield on the European night as well. Klopp's offside trap is the best since Arrigo Sacchi's AC Milan. This is the thing. A lot of people are saying, I don't know, the high line, does it work? Are they going to get caught out against a good team?
Of course it works.
It works, bro. And we've not conceded with a high line against Chelsea and with a high line against, who do we beat at the weekend? West Ham. And trust me, they threatened. They definitely threatened. Like, Antonio had a good 3 or 4 shots where he shouldn't have even been allowed to take them shots, which, yes, we have to tighten up with, but still a clean sheet. Still clean sheets there. So it works.
You need your luck sometimes, mate. You need your luck sometimes. And listen, we did get a little bit of luck in the West Ham game, but at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, the Premier League teams have stayed up based on luck. Teams have got Europa League based on luck, Champions League. Teams have also won the league based on luck as well. So we needed that little bit of a slice, and at the end of the day, we're still winning games consistently. We're still the better teams in the majority of those games. All that and more says to me that we can go on all fronts. Inter Milan, phenomenal team. AC Milan, bearing in mind, they were in our group stage. They were top at the time we played them at the San Siro. Beat them like it was nothing, with our B team, by the way. Goes to show that the testament to the squad depth, but not only the squad depth, the fact all of our players are singing off the same hymn sheet. Minamino, however many goals, he knows he's a backup, and he's fine with it. But I'll make the most of my opportunity when I get given it. Divock Origi, discipline issues, this, that. I haven't got discipline issues. Yes, I've had a little bit of a rough patch. I haven't had a run of games, but I'm now showing you what I can do. If I'm not scoring, I'm assisting, and vice versa. So, in terms of the squad depth and everything and more, you've got to look at this squad and think this is an amazing time to be alive. I think we'll go through Inter Milan, and honestly, whether it was Real Madrid, Man City, PSG, anyone that you want to throw my way, I believe we can beat them. And I think that's just the confidence that this squad gives me. Again, like people are saying, I'm getting off my high horse. Maybe I am, but I'm being given reasons to. So.
Beautifully summed up there. And there was a comment saying, James, don't not be smug, because we all are, but it's not being smug. We're just looking at what's there, and we've won 11 games in a row.
I don't even think I'm being...
We've got reasons to be confident, though.
I don't even think I'm being smug, Alex.
You're not.
I feel like I'm being realistic. At the time, there was a time at this point of the season where I'm saying, I don't know, we go ahead and win this league, but that far behind City and whatnot. I never said it was finished, because I know what this league title is like. It's not always definitively over. The chase is a really big thing. City chased us to come back and win the league. I just really think there's a weird wave around Anfield that the fans are on board with, the manager is, and more importantly, the players. I've never seen so many players so happy at a club at once.
Makes sense, bro, because they're all being used. It's not like someone's not being used. You can name... I think we've had about 15, 17 different scorers this season, which is amazing. And the amount of numbers in terms of players that have actually come on the pitch, you look at Dixon, Bonner, Cade Gordon, Voltman, all these guys. I'm not being funny. Did any of us think that any of them would get a game? But they've all played, and guess what? They've all won their games as well.
And they've all contributed, more importantly.
And they've all contributed. So amazing to see. Massive big up to Pranay Sina for the super chat. We have got... played other teams offside the highest number of times in the PL.
Over 40 times
more.
You're getting teams offside. That's like, we haven't even played the full 38 games. Even just getting a team offside once a game would be an insane ratio.
Yeah.
We haven't even played all the games and we're already on over 40. That's a joke. More. But you know what? I'm sorry to keep talking about the squad, but I feel like that's what was so special about the League Cup. The fact that it was everyone's trophy. It was just as much Minamino's trophy as it was Salah's. It was just as much Kelleher's trophy as it was Alisson's. And when you look at it in that aspect, Cade Gordon, who you've just mentioned, there's probably 3 lineups that I'm very sound with, that Liverpool can line up with right now. all the way from our first team, B team, and under 23s. I'm happy with our youngsters. You know, let's actually assess dead quick. So our goalkeeping options, Alisson and Kelleher, amazing. Left back, Shimmercast, Robbo, world-class options.
Unreal, yeah.
Trent at right back, and you've got Nico out on loan, hitting the bar from the halfway line.
I've seen that.
Just doing boss for Fulham, about to get promoted with Fulham. So that's great experience for him. And, you know, a good way to tell if a player is going to be good is if they do well in the Championship. Harvey Elliott's the prime example. Right back, great options there. Centre-backs, don't even need to talk about them. Gomez and Kanate, great backup options in itself. Midfield, stacked for days with options for all the way from Thiago to fucking Tyler Morton. Yeah. Sounds with all of them. And then the attack, which we've just talked about. So it's a really... Even with the games that we've already had this season, the day out at Wembley, the multiple trips to the San Siro, beating the champions of Spain against Simeone, who was being a dickhead in that first one. You know what I mean? Like, all this, the comebacks. I'm sorry, mate, it's beautiful. It really is a beautiful time to be a Liverpool fan, and I will happily talk about this squad as much as you want, because it is an unbelievable squad.
Yeah, no, it is unbelievable. Some of the comments are amazing. Glenn Boylan saying the high line works, but it still makes me nervous sometimes, if I'm being honest. That's when it doesn't work.
The sentence should stop at it works. It works. So it makes you nervous for sure, but is it getting results? Yes. And do you know what? It now makes more sense why Klopp was saying at the start of the season, it's going to take a little bit of a while for us to actually fully get into the momentum of things. We might have a bit of a rocky start, but believe me, when it gets to the end of the season, we're really going to be into it. And that's exactly what's happened. Why? Because they've adapted to the high line that they're really wanting, like they're really trying to do. And not only is it the first 11, it's also the backup 11 that have adapted to this high line. It's actually going from the first team all the way to the under 23s. Let's all play this way. Let's build something that's a little bit more long-term, a little bit more sustainable. So no matter who is next as the manager, whether it's Steven Gerrard or some kid that we probably haven't even heard of yet, then it's still the model's still going to be there, and we know what Liverpool Football Club is. Good on the ball, exciting, scoring goals, but more importantly, can actually stop teams from scoring against them as well, which has been a problem over at least my lifetime.
For sure, man. No, it's a beautiful time to play Liverpool. Captain Sal saying here we can beat anyone. Thiago back as well for Inter Milan. Big up to Angel.
Boss,
1968.
If that's true, that's amazing.
With the high line and the advanced fullbacks, we will concede chances, yes, but we have 15 Premier League clean sheets and have scored more Premier League goals than any other side.
Has Alisson got the most clean sheets this season?
He's got 15. I'm pretty sure that must be the first or second, bro. Must be.
Because I know Ederson never had a clean sheet against United this weekend, so I'm just wondering if that bumped him ahead. That being said, you know, Alisson's got the most clean sheets. Kelleher's winning us penalty shootouts left and right.
Not bad.
It's just a nice time to be alive, lads. I don't really know how many times I can stress it. It's actually really annoying that I'm not posting on YouTube regularly, purely due to circumstances, because honestly, mate, I'm watching these games of football and I'm thinking, mate, I'd love to be sharing this with everyone, I swear to God, because it will be a season to remember. I truly believe that. Even Trent came out the other day and was like, listen, we should be winning at least a trophy a season. You know, like, we're not going to look too much at the fact we haven't won as many trophies as we should have, as quote-unquote loads of fans like to say. But we've won the biggest. Now it's time we start adding the League Cups, the FA Cup, the other Premier League, the other Champions Leagues that we need to add to our trophy cabinet.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a great mentality that they've all got.
You did mention it there. You're annoyed that, not yourself, but you're annoyed that you're not uploading at the minute. Obviously, because you were so popular and still are so popular on YouTube, and you were uploading so regularly, 2 or 3 videos a week, and of course you're on the Kop TV and other channels as well, people naturally are going to ask because they want it. The demand is still there. Like that, they're asking me, and even people doing the fan cams when you weren't there on Saturday, bro. Where's James?
They want to know.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
They want to know when the King's back, and don't worry, the King will return. Best believe. I don't mean that. Like, you know, I like to take the piss out of the fact I'm well known nowadays. Before, people are like, oh, you're not famous. And I'd be like, no, they say you're famous. And I'd be like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't feel famous. I feel very normal. Feel very, very normal. When I'm at Anfield, I feel very normal. Obviously, when people are asking for photos and stuff, that feels strange even to now. But in the main, like, I just feel like another Scouser, another Liverpool fan. Not that I'm on any higher pedestal than anybody else. Come on, I express my opinion. If it's entertaining, amazing. If I annoy people, then amazing. Because I'm getting a reaction. That's football. Your mates annoy you about football. Alex, you're from fucking London. You'll have Chelsea mates, Arsenal mates. all these people, you can still embrace them as the person. But fucking hell, when they talk about football, you want to punch their head in. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the reaction I give people. That's the reaction that I love to give. So I can't wait to be doing that more on a regular basis. It will be back probably sooner than what people expect as well. But like you said, I'm still doing bits. I'm still on this channel from time to time. I'm also still doing things on other platforms. So you're not seeing none of me, at least. At least I haven't gone completely in the darkness. But in terms of regular content, that'll be back soon. All the going the games, watch-alongs, all that stuff and more. It's all the stuff to look forward to.
Well, listen, I thought I'd ask because I know that already, but I think it's important that everyone else knows as well. Again, another super chat from Pranay. Big up to you this morning. Mad. Liverpool 101, Man City 61, Brentford 51, Saints 48. Can you just confirm for me, Pranay, what those numbers are? If it's goals, then wow. I'm pretty sure Man City have scored more than that, and I doubt that Brentford have only scored 10 less than City. But I'm not. Is that offside? I think that could be offside traps. Times that we've made teams be offside, and that is 40 more, sorry.
See, that wouldn't surprise me either, mate.
That probably is
that would not surprise me. By the way, big up for the super chats, everyone. Listen, we don't like to go out of our way to ask for them, but they do go a long way to the channel in terms of supporting them. So just long story short, if you do enjoy the channel and you tune in on a regular basis and you've got to spare a couple of quid to spare the channel, that supports it. Amazing. We appreciate it, man. Do you know what I mean? Nice one. But also just thank you for everyone who's tuning in, liking, make sure you've liked, subscribing, should be already subscribed, and all that other business.
Absolutely. Another quick stat for you, James. Van Dijk, 60 games he's played in the league at Anfield. How many has he lost? 0. None. He has lost 0 games for Liverpool at Anfield. Not too sure where James's audio has gone. Is he back? The old... Can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you, mate. Well, he's gone, but he'll be back very soon, I'm sure. Let's get into some more comments. As loads of comments today. Big up to every single person. Bless you, says Esther, and that's what I mean. That's what we're doing. We're looking after James if he needs the help. Do you think Trent was meant to shoot or assist? Probably a shot, if I'm honest with you. Let's talk about United. He's back now. Let's talk about United yesterday, James. We were all hoping that United could have done us a favour. Obviously, we were out of our minds to think that could happen. But let's talk about some of the individual performances. No Ronaldo, which was huge for United. I don't know what's quite happened there under Ranić and Ronaldo. Seems to be some tension.
It's because he's shit. I don't know why it took people so long to understand why he's not playing. Ralph Rangnick has just realised, oh, wait there, we are a better team without you. This isn't Ronaldo from Real Madrid. This is Ronaldo now, which is like sound, but it's not like anything elite. You know what I mean? Like, when you put him in with the Premier League strikers of today, I don't think he's any better than Mikel Antonio.
Wow.
Listen, that's going to get clipped, obviously.
That is getting, right down that clip.
On form, I think Mikel Antonio adds more to West Ham than what Ronaldo does to Man United. I just think that's a fact. Same with Callum Wilson to Newcastle. Same with fucking Jermaine Defoe to Rangers. I'm only messing. I love it. I love this game. No, but seriously.
Couldn't do us a favour, though, could they?
Outside of the Jermaine Defoe shout, Ronaldo's bullshit, mate. And on top of that, once we've got this cough out, Manchester United are just really at a point where they're playing better. Like, the first half against City was amazing, but how many times has Man United fans in particular left the game going, the first half was good, but the second half was shit. They just can't maintain them performances, and that's where it really goes down to the level of players. Players like Bruno playing week in, week out, which I don't think should be happening. Don't think he's that good. Gets numbers, but he's not really that good of a player. He gives the ball away a lot. Doesn't really add to the system. Ronaldo's a very similar vein. Harry Maguire constantly making mistakes. These are players that are guaranteed starters. That's where you start to fail. That's what I like about Liverpool, the fact we have no guaranteed starters. Firmino, someone who was a guaranteed starter, instantly the second Jota outplays him. Jota's in the team. Yeah. Luis Diaz comes in, has a good start. Now he's starting consistently. Now we don't know when we're going to see Jota again.
But they were saying that Ronaldo had a hip flexor injury, aka strained arse, says Esther A. Yeah, he wasn't around, but apparently he was totally fit. And Captain Sal agreeing.
He's got a strained arse, did you say?
Probably
from getting bummed every single week by other teams in the Premier League.
Probably. Antonio is way better, says Captain Sal. United are in the doghouse, says Glenn. Big up to you, mate. Had to watch United fans ranting after. You know,
I don't know why they're ranting. I don't know why they're ranting when you were never going to win City anyway. You were never going to beat them. And you actually had a good first half. When does it get to a point where you stop blaming the manager and you stop blaming players like Paul Pogba, for example? Start blaming Bruno. Start blaming Ronaldo. Don't just choose your favourites to say, oh, they're sound because they're my favourites. The shit. Harry Maguire's shit. Luke Shaw's had a terrible season. Roberto Carlos. I made up Man United to fell the way they have only because of all the stick that I was getting at the start of the season. I was getting told United has a better squad than us. A better squad, man, for man. Come on, let's stop being pathetic. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Rance. But he was chatting a lot. Shout out to my brother Saeed. He was chatting the most.
And Flex, bro.
He was chatting quadruples. Flex as well. Flex is one of them where he's a very optimistic player. I like Flex, you know what I mean? But he's very optimistic. He likes to see the best in people. Trying to see the best out of Harry Maguire is like trying to see the best in I don't know, friggin'. I was going to say someone, but like, because the state the world's in, I weren't going to say it. That being said, just a very not nice person. You've just got to realise at one point, they're not a very good person. In the same vein, that Harry Maguire is just not a very good footballer. So, when you realise these things, that is when Manchester United will come back to their best. But Alex, guess what? Couldn't give two shiny shites if they realise these things. Do you want me to tell you why? Because I don't like Manchester United.
That's fair enough. I can't disagree with that.
And also, by the way, in terms of the title race and the fact they never helped us in any way, shape or form, they never was going to. All we need is to win the rest of our games. Do I think City will draw a game or two along the way? Yeah. Which means if we win the rest of our games, which again is unlikely, but that's what we need to do. We can only focus on ourselves. Then we're giving ourselves the best possible chance.
Yes, honestly, looking beautiful. Really is. The next couple of months, weeks for Liverpool. Let's look forward and see what games are coming up. So, into Milan tomorrow night at Anfield, and then Saturday, a tricky trip down to the south coast. We're going to Brighton, early kickoff on Saturday. That is going to be a tough game. I think we drew there last season 1-1. Dodgy penalty, to be honest. And then midweek, we've got Wednesday, the 16th, Arsenal away in the Premier League. Obviously on fire at the minute, Arsenal. 8:15 kickoff, that one, quite late. And then on the 19th of March, we play either Huddersfield or Nottingham Forest away in the FA Cup, which actually clashed with the Liverpool-Man United game. So that game has now been
been delayed.
Yeah, that game's been postponed. So we don't actually know when that game will be. I doubt it will be after the FA Cup game, though, because that's the international break. So I doubt it will be then. Maybe it will be pushed back to April, which would be a bit of a headache because we've got City there, Everton there away, Tottenham at home. So listen, all the games that we've got left to play, they're good games to play. I would enjoy playing City away because we've almost got nothing to lose in that game. The pressure's on them. So I can't wait to see that. But there is some massive games coming up for sure. And obviously, Hot Kopics is going to be around. We've got some amazing content coming up. One of the things that I wanted to mention, Jay, obviously Mario, part of the Kop TV now.
Mario.
He's the Italian fella. Yeah, love to see Mario. He actually works in Amalia, the Italian restaurant in town. And he has challenged you and me to go ahead and have a calzone eating challenge.
That's good, the pizza, lad.
So, yeah, folded pizza. That's what a calzone is, essentially. And James and I are going to go head-to-head in Amalia. So, yeah, you can expect to see eating challenges, content coming very soon on the Kop TV. And we've got loads more stuff. We've also...
Tell Mario I'm going to be dead honest if I think his pizza's nice or not. Tell Mario that if it's
I'll
shit...
be very honest.
No, tell him if it's shit, I'm going to say it's shit.
Fair enough. I'll be saying it shit as well, man.
Quality.
It's me, Mario. Right, let's do a quick prediction lineup for tomorrow and a score, and then we'll call it a day. Hot Kopics episode 23. Let's get into this one. I'm just going to rattle off the names. You say yes or no. All right. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robbo.
Yeah, man.
Cool with that?
Matip's still injured.
Matip's still out. Otherwise, it would be Matip, to be honest with you. In the midfield,
bear in mind we're 2-0 up.
2-0 up. This is the thing, right? We're not out and out attacking the Italians.
We don't need to go full strength.
Yeah. So I'm going to chuck in Fabinho and Thiago, though, just because that midfield battle is so important. And maybe, can we stick in a...
I think if you're going to go with Fabinho and Thiago, that experience, you can afford to go with someone like Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones. Just someone a little bit different.
So I was going to say Ox, Jones, Elliott, any of them.
I'd like Elliott, really, if I could choose. But I'm happy with either or.
All right, let's go with Harvey Elliott in the midfield with Fabinho and Thiago. That beautiful balance of experience there. And then up top, Luis Diaz plays for me. Obviously, Jota came on against West Ham later on. So I do think Jota should start this one through the middle.
I agree.
And then I think you play Salah. You play Salah because it's Mo Salah.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, Keita did very well at the weekend.
Man.
At the minute.
Naby lad doing the business again. Another player that was getting doubted for time and time again, and I never doubted him. The only thing that I did doubt was his injury record, but people started doubting his ability as a player, and I think that was really, really wrong. There was bear in mind, Liverpool have got a good scout recruitment team, and the only time that a signing really goes wrong is either if they get injuries or if their name is Loris Karius. Otherwise, it tends to go quite well for us at the end of the day. So when you look at it in this aspect, Naby Keita's a good technical footballer. He's got a good shot on him, very good passer, very well-rounded midfielder that he needs to keep up with the intensity of the Premier League, but otherwise on the ball, there's not really much more you can ask more from him. The only thing Naby Keita's always lacked is that momentum. Playing 5 games in a row, 6 games. If now's the chance, I would love to see a midfield of Thiago, Keita and Fabinho, all of the big boy signings that we've made over the years coming together. I feel like that would work. And even when Jurgen Klopp was in the Bundesliga, he said the 2 midfield... Oh, no, not the Bundesliga. I think it was about a season or 2 after he joined us. If there was 2 midfielders that he could have, it was Keita and Thiago. Yeah. And I believe if them 2 are fit and we can get them running together, amazing. And you can bring on Henderson for the last half an hour, great.
Yeah, Channing going for Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Elliott, Salah, Jota, and Diaz. Again, obviously we could mix around with any of these. Curtis Jones says Mark Simons. Do you know what? Because he played so well against West Ham, I do think Naby Keita should be in the team. I do think that. So I'm going to slip him in instead of Harvey Elliott, to be honest.
I'll change my mind with you, to be honest. I think I've convinced myself.
Score prediction?
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1.
Which is fine. You know, it's one of them games we don't need to win. We might make a few changes. The intensity, the manager might say, listen, don't run your ass off. We've got a game on the weekend and we're already 2-0 up. Only start higher than the intensity if you're really under the cosh. But otherwise, just go for it, have fun, express yourself. We're at Anfield. It's Champions League night. 1-1.
Yeah, Esther going 1-1, Bailey going 1-0, Joshua 2-0.
A lot of people, I'm surprised how many people agrees with me in terms of the 1-1, to be fair.
Yeah. Another 2-0 says North Red. Amazing. 3-1 says T-Boys, 2-1 says Ravi, 2-0 says Channing. Great.
What are you saying?
I reckon 3-1. I'm going to go Liverpool 3-1, which would take it to a 5-1 aggregate score, which is unbelievable, really, if you thought about that at the start. So, yeah, bro, thank you for coming on, as always. James obviously will be on the channel as we see out the rest of the season. And there's going to be a couple of times where I'm not around on a Saturday when James will be taking over the old fan cam duty. And I have to say, bro, I have to put it out there. Your work is incredible. Whenever I'm not around and I look back at the channel and I see, wow, he's killing it. You're a character. You've got the people in the palm of your hands whenever you're speaking to them. People love you. And it's just a pleasure, bro, to have you on the channel, man.
It's a time where the student for just those 30 minutes becomes.
You know what I've learned though? The first time you did that, and this is how much you've improved, yeah? The first time he did that, he went, "Okay, now Alex, that's a hard job, that honestly." And then the last time he did it, he was like, "Yeah, man,
to be fair, now that you mention it, I actually forgot about how I felt after the first time. After the first time, I don't know, I was just like, "Oh, fucking now." But now it's easier because we're more established. You know what I mean? Like it's a normal thing to see the Kop TV outside of Anfield doing the fan cams. So now more people come over. I even saw, without me there, a crowd
big
around
crowd,
you when
bro.
you were doing a video. I was thinking to myself, fucking hell, like it's not just me that's doing it, because now I'm not the only big deal. We're all big deals. You know what I mean? It's like we're all big deals. Nah, I'm only messing. But sincerely, everyone who comes to those fan cams, amazing. Thank you. You make that exactly the reason why last time I enjoyed it way more, because there's more people who come over. you embrace it, you're making an experience together. It's like, oh, you go on, you're like, oh, I saw that fucking Kop TV fella, the fucking Muppet, you know what I mean? And it was funny and it was sound. It's just about having a laugh. We want to, for those people who might not want to go home straight after the game, they want to let go of some of that adrenaline with fellow Liverpool fans. Come over, man. And whether you want to come on camera or not, just come and make an atmosphere. That'd be a big help.
100%. Captain Sal James is a future Ballon d'Or YouTuber inside the place, 100%. And T-Boys TV saying he definitely needs to do it when he goes to Anfield.
Shout out to T-Boys TV, my G. Do you know one thing that like I really want to do though, and it's weird because since I've stopped YouTube, I'm still getting subscribers. So I finished YouTube. Well, I finished YouTube. I had started my break from YouTube. I started my break from YouTube at like 56k. I'm on 60k now. So it's like for everyone still subscribing, like since or like closing in on 60k. So big up for everyone who's still subscribing. The numbers haven't gone down. Everyone is just waiting for me to come back, and I really appreciate it. It goes to show that I'm glad what I was trying to build when I started YouTube was what I ended up building. A good community to where we can all come together, enjoy the game. We're all fans. No one's better than the other. It's literally no matter where you come from, we can just have a laugh. That's the one language that everyone can speak is laughter. So why not embrace it together? And at the end of the day, we all love this club. We all love this sport. There's people who tune into this channel who aren't Liverpool fans, but they want to see the perspective of a fan who supports this team and what it's like. They appreciate it. And at the end of the day, it's those type of things where we appreciate you sincerely for everything that you do, all the videos that you like, all the videos that you tune into, and even just coming to the fan cams and stuff like that, getting a little photo every now and then. It's like to all of you, man. Do you know what I mean? You make this channel what it is. Me and Alex, we're just doing something that we do if it weren't on camera.
Exactly.
We'd be talking about football anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when Jay comes round and we're playing FIFA, we're exactly the same off camera as we are on.
We don't shoot the fuck up. You know what I mean? We've got Ruby days sometimes. Yeah, you fucking cheeky bastard. But Ruby's days sometimes, and we just have a laugh. But that's exactly what we like to portray. We don't want to come across and give you this facade of the type of people that we are. You know what I mean? We want to give you the real truth of what goes on as two Liverpool fans who enjoy it, two mates, you know what I mean? So I really enjoy what we're doing. I really enjoy the channel and the direction it's going. Even the fact 10,000 subscribers in the last month or two, that's a joke, mate. That's a joke.
Really impressed by it.
Now I'm having a race with this channel to see who's going to get 100k first.
Listen, let us both get there at our own time, man. But T-Boys TV admitting that the community on this channel is brilliant. And that's the one thing that we wanted to see. James is the reason why the world is good. Tammy as well got a new YouTube channel there.
That's
Tammy
a fucking boss comment, you know. James is the reason why the world is amazing. That's the nicest comment anyone's ever said to me. Is right.
Can't beat it. Yes, lads. Best start to a Monday morning. We appreciate you, James and Alex, says Esther. We love the way that you interact with all the fans. Love the grind. You guys are nice. Do you know what I mean? A lot of love, bro, for a Monday morning.
Look at all the regulars as well. The regulars that are there. Marshall, Esther, T-Boys, Marshall,
Esther, Tammy, Channing.
Everyone. All the boys and girls all over the James Redmond TV and the Kop TV YouTube world.
Yeah, man. Captain Sal, Ravi. Do you know what? We love you guys. We love you guys, and we wouldn't even be here without you. So, you know, we have to say thanks. And that's why when we do have opportunities to give back, we do. For example, Monterrain, 10% off. Use the link in the description. You can see James wearing it now. You can see myself wearing it. Got the puffers there. Got the gloves there. Very warm on a match day. Get involved. But, bro, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a really warm show.
Alex,
you know what?
Are the gloves touch screen?
Yeah.
Ooh. I actually weren't even asking that for promotional reasons. I was asking that for myself.
But they're also thick as well, and they're together, so you never lose a pair.
Fuck off, so they're thick as well. Yeah, I've got thick gloves there that don't work on my phone.
You see that? They're thick, but you see these little things there.
Technology.
Yeah, man. And technology, they will keep you warm on a match day. 20 quid for the gloves, but get 10% off Monterrey. Love that. Right, guys, like I said, the merch is out this week. Gosh, Kop Father, Kop Fellas, all out this week. James, thank you so much for coming on, brother. I know you've got to get off, so we'll let you get off now. But, bro, big up. We'll see you soon. Much love. There's James. All right, let's wrap it up there then. Hot Kopics episode 23. What a belter that was. We spoke about everything from the past, the present, and the future. So make sure James is...
You cheeky bastard. Did you just think I was going to leave? I'm doing this outro with you or without you. You dickhead. In fact, you fuck off. I'll do the outro.
Sweet.
Remove yourself, right? Thank you for watching, everyone. So sorry for the disrespect and furthermore the displeasure of Alex just removing me. I thought he was going to end it together. At the end of the day, I do this way better than him. I'm only messing. He's a professional at what he does. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you smash your like because it always helps, even though a lot of people don't understand how a like actually helps a YouTube video. It just improves the algorithm. So if you smash it, it's dead easy. It takes a second and it's helpful. Subscribe and comment if you want about how much of a helmet Alexis is. Otherwise, nice one. See you later. Peace.
Whoa. Just before you go,
don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.